Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a get ready with me video for y'all today, playing with Essence makeup goodies. So I have got eyeshadows, a palette I'll be using, blush stick, foundation, concealer, lipstick. So yeah, just some fun goodies I'm going to be playing with, and this is the look that I ended up creating. So yeah, that's what we're doing together today. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do get ready with me's, new at the drugstore, favorites, reviews, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are doing a get ready with me together today, doing this look using Essence goodies. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's get ready together. So I've already applied some skincare and my SPF. So I'm going to start with the foundation. I have found that using it with a sponge seems to work best. Still don't love it, but I like it a lot better with a sponge. And I do notice that as I wear it throughout the day, I like it more the longer it's on my skin. So it's kind of like it mixes with my natural oils and just looks a little better. So there it is with one light layer. I find that using it with a sponge just kind of helps it not sit on top of my skin as much and not feel as, or not look as kind of thick and heavy on the skin. Because when I used it with a brush, first off, I mean, I used way too much the first time I tried it. Just way too much. So that was a not good. But then I used less with a brush still, and I just couldn't get it to kind of like press into my skin well and not look thick and heavy. But using a sponge really helps to kind of, I think, get it into the skin, not make it as heavy and thick, just kind of, I don't know, works better. Okay, so I've got it on. Yeah, I mean, using it with a sponge, it looks a lot better. So I guess really with a sponge, I don't have a lot of complaints about it. It's just a more kind of matte finish, and just a thicker kind of a formula. I think my main thing with it is I really don't use sponges, I use brushes. So this isn't ideal for me just because I kind of like a lighter, kind of satiny finish foundation that's more of a medium coverage, and then also that I can apply with a brush. And also the shade range stinks. Eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use the Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base. I like this, but it is kind of more of a silicone sort of a formula. So it's interesting that this is described as a hydrating eyeshadow primer. I do not find that. I will reach for this more when my skin is oilier in the warmer months, because right now this is not really, I usually don't need a hydrating eyeshadow primer, but I find this one just to kind of, I don't know, sometimes they can kind of cling to dry patches on my eyelids. Okay, didn't have a brow product in this group of products, so went ahead and put on my brows. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to start with the Blooming Wings palette, and I have it in the Let Me Be Your Wings, which is kind of more of like a blushy pink sort of a color story. I like this okay, but not my favorite eyeshadow palette ever, but definitely workable. So I'm going to start with this shade right here and mix it with a little bit of that one, and put this all over my lid and into my crease. Just realized I forgot to set my eyeshadow primer, which I usually do. Oops. So I mean, these are blending well. They're more of that kind of silky formula. The mattes I'm talking about specifically, kind of more of a silky formula that needs to be built up more. But sometimes, like these are building fine, but a few of the shades I've tried kind of would collect in the outer corners and sort of like blend away and sort of poof away. So it is workable, but it just kind of takes a little bit more effort, I've found, with the mattes. Going ahead and setting my kind of brow bone area with just a little bit of face powder. I just grabbed the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores, just because that's what I had nearby. Now the metallic shades in here I do like. They are good, but I want to use these. I love these soft touch eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with this one, which is Cookie Jar. So cute. So when you first get this, it's kind of like spotted looking. So yeah, but then the colors just kind of like mixed together. It seems like sort of just an overspray. So I'm gonna get this. You know what? I was gonna use it with a setting spray, but let me start with no setting spray. Just start with it like that. Pretty for every day. And then now I'm gonna use it with some setting spray. That just really kicks up the metallic sheen. Yeah, that's pretty. I really like those. And then I'm gonna use this other shade on the inner corners of my eyes in a little bit. This is Bubbly Champagne, and this one's a really pretty light golden shade. Gorgeous. Didn't have an eyeliner, so I went ahead and applied some liquid liner. I used the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liner. Love, love, love it. Okay, I'm gonna try to use this mascara. This is not the ideal mascara for me. Like mascara is so personal preference, and also what are your lashes like? What kind of mascara are you looking for? Do you like volume? Do you like length? Do you like super volumized, thick looking lashes? Or do you like fluttery, more natural looking lashes? There's just a lot of factors. This one, I usually like thick, gloopy formula mascaras, but this one is kind of another level. And I have found that it just kind of clumps my lashes together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to kind of wipe off a lot of it on a tissue and maybe just get less of it and see if that kind of helps. So I'm gonna give it a chance, but I have another mascara here to save the day if needed. Yeah, see, it's just instantly clumping them together. Okay, that's a little better. Ooh, yeah, it's just like it makes my lashes look sparse. And then no, I'm gonna switch to something else. I feel like it was just making them look very sparse, but then kind of clumping together the few that it would kind of give you. Ooh, no. So I'm using the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This one definitely gives more kind of fluttery lashes, more so than volume. But I do find that it builds on itself pretty nicely for it being kind of more of a fluttery looking formula. I like it. I do apply a lot of layers to get close to the volume that I like, because I like really volumized looking lashes, but it does build on itself nicely and it doesn't smudge on me, which is huge because most mascaras, almost all of them, smudge on me. Okay, now on to concealer. So I have two different shades of the Keep Me Covered concealer. Neither of them work great for me. So first off is Alabaster, 30 Alabaster. This is too light. So then I tried 40 Shell, and this is too yellow. So I'm gonna mix them. And I have found with this one, I again like using it with a sponge, and that's just not what I normally do. So that's okay. But I just find that this, at least for initial application, I like it with a sponge. So I started with Shell, so there is a little bit of Shell on one eye. So yeah, I mean, definitely makes a difference. So that's not looking too bad. It doesn't necessarily look dry under my eyes, but the coverage isn't very great, and the color match is just not right for me. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more. So I started with Shell, so now I'm gonna apply some of Alabaster, which is my finger. Yeah, coverage is okay, and kind of how it looks on the skin, okay. But it's mainly just kind of the color match. I mean, it's just so yellow. That's not ideal for, I need more of a pinky toned to work well for me personally. For powder, I'm gonna use my beloved Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Rose Petal. I just love this powder, and it's a pinky tone, so it'll kind of help the color on both the foundation and the concealer. Not to mention, I just love this powder, and I think it looks so pretty and smooth on the skin. Okay, I'm gonna use this little eyeshadow on the inner corners of my eyes. So go ahead and kind of finish up my eyes. This is so pretty. It's just a really beautiful kind of icy golden shade. I have used it as a cheek highlight, and it worked for that, but I mean, it's you know, it's an eyeshadow. It works better as an eyeshadow. Okay, now for cheeks. So I think I'm gonna start with, oh, I'm so torn. Maybe I'll use a couple of these. Let's use several, why not? So I'm gonna start with one of these Baby Got blush sticks in Rosé All Day. So I'm gonna start with that one. I'm gonna get a brush, wipe it off on my pajama pants. And get a little bit of this and apply it to my cheeks. These are pigmented, but they blend really well. They're so pretty on the skin. They do have kind of like a watermelon Jolly Rancher sort of a scent to them, but I really like it. It smells good to me, and I haven't had any problems with it. So I would say that this one's kind of like a reddish, rosy sort of a shade. Really pretty. Now I'm gonna use Tickle Me Pink. Wipe off my brush again. Get some of this, and I'm gonna bring this a little bit more kind of on the apples of my cheeks, so kind of just blend it into that other one. These are just so pretty on the skin. They're just kind of this glowy, satiny look. Ooh, I just love them. There's also the shade Peaches and Cream, which is a really cute peachy shade. So cute. I have mascara on my finger. I'm trying to choose. I love these pure nude baked blushes. All the colors are beautiful. This one is Cool Coral. This one is Bold Heart. Let's use both of them. Why not? We're gonna have some really blushy cheeks. Starting with Cool Coral. You don't need very much of these. A little bit goes a long way with them. They're just a gorgeous baked blush. This one's gonna be bright on me. I'm gonna have to go really light-handed with this one. Bold Heart. I'm gonna get a tiny little dot of this and go a little bit further out with this one. Oh, it's so pretty. Just a bright corally shade. Then to just kind of tone this down a little bit, I'm gonna take my powder brush, kind of go along the outsides, but over the top just a little bit. Love to do this. Kind of blends things. I just love these cheek products. They are so good. My nose was just looking a little bit dry, so I'm going over it with a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me, which is one of my very favorite concealers ever. And last up for lips, I want to use one of these Hydra Matte lipsticks. Love these. So good. These also kind of have that watermelon sort of scent to them, but a little bit of a chemical something to them also. So they're okay. I mean, once I get on my lips, I really don't notice it, but I really like the smell of the blushes, but something got a little bit off with these. But I still love them because I love the packaging, love the formula. I think I'm gonna use, oh, I'm tempted. I'm gonna use both of these, Virtue Rose and Mauve Mint. So I'm gonna start with Virtue Rose. Kind of trying to use this on the outsides of my lips. Now Mauve Mint more on the inner part of my lips. This makes this really pretty pinky combo, but I just think these lipsticks look so pretty on the lips, really nice and flattering. They're a comfortable matte formula. They're just low maintenance, wear well. They're just good. All right, you guys, so here is the finished look. I really like how this look all came together. I'm definitely a big fan of some of these products, particularly the cheek products, the lip product, and then also these little tiny eyeshadows. Those are definitely my standout favorites and things that I love. So yeah, hope that you guys really enjoyed getting ready with me today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these goodies. What are your thoughts on them? Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.